Hello, it's me, Velvet, and I think it's time. It's time to take a look at the second worst episode of King of the Hill, and that is in Season 10, Episode 14, titled Hank's Bully.
How are we supposed to introduce ourselves to the neighbors if they never leave the house?
Well, it's been 3 weeks. If we don't do it soon, we're going to be forced into giving them awkward waves and avoiding eye contact until someone dies or moves away.
Well, what's wrong with that? I don't know my neighbors. I tend to avoid people like the plague. Then again, it's because I'm an introvert and talking to people is very tiring. Could you imagine having to deal with someone who lives next door to you saying hi? Ugh. Disgusting.
Oh, shoot, look, they're leaving. Oh, hello. Hi, neighbors. I'm Peggy Hill. I want to welcome you. Oh.
Good try, Peggy. Good try. The neighbors don't know this, but they dodged a bullet. Can you imagine having to deal with Peggy as your neighbor? Hank and the guys are kicking back and having a beer in the alley and chit-chatting about the new neighbors.
Wait,
Lila
you haven't
and
met
Jim.
Lila? Nothing says welcome to the neighborhood as well as a gunny sack full of dead squirrels.
Oh no, I frickin' love squirrels. And why are they all in the attic? I don't have an attic where I live. Do squirrels do that? Do they break into attics and just live up there if no one else is living in the home?
They're really nice. They let me use their bathroom. No questions asked.
Oh god, Bill must... I hate to say it in a YouTube video, but Bill must take some horrendous deuces from all the horrible things this man's eaten. They've shown episodes of what he eats, and it's not good. I don't think bidets were popular back then. These people are saints. So far. Hank finally does it. He's finally able to sit down and meet his new neighbors. And here's our first interaction with Caleb. A little shit.
Hank, do you want the last of the cookies Bill made us?
Mine.
Caleb, that was for our guests.
Alright, if this is my first interaction, I'd be a little annoyed, but I'd keep my cool. This is a little kid. I can give him some leeway with being rude. It was a little cookie. That's fine. I'll let it slide. After that, we get to take a look at our side story, and it's a pretty interesting side story.
What'd you forget at the market?
Dale, there are dead squirrels sitting on my cottage cheese.
Oh, that can't be sanitary. They're decaying little squirrel corpses on top of your cottage cheese. Why is he keeping their little bodies? What does he have planned to do with their little bodies? Dale's my favorite character, but sometimes I do not get what goes on in this man's head. Also, if you're trying to preserve a corpse, why wouldn't you want to put it in the freezer so it freezes? It's not going to last long in the fridge.
Don't blame me. Blame the city dump. They raise their fees, so I have to save up the carcasses in order to be economical.
I guess that explains why he can't dump them, but why not just put them in a plastic bag and put it outside and fill up the bag and then throw the bag away in your own personal trash can and wait for him to get taken away by the garbage truck on trash day. Anything would be better than putting them in your fridge next to your food. I don't know why that freaking got me. It's just him throwing their lifeless little bodies on the table so nonchalantly. Man, that's where you eat.
I'm guessing you don't want this guy camping out in the freezer then, huh?
Ah, the freezer's full. Holy fuck, man. Think of the rabies. I like raccoons, and I think they're cute, but I'm not stupid enough to touch a wild one. I don't know about you, but I don't want to get rabies shots. Again, Dale gets the idea to taxidermy the little critters. And for his first attempt, not bad. I don't know much about taxidermy, but I know it can't be easy. Do you remember that guy? I'm gonna get a little morbid. The guy who dug up that girl and then replaced her body with, like, I don't know what you replaced bones and stuff with, but she didn't look human because taxidermy is an art. You know, the guy who, it's a story you hear a lot on YouTube where, well, I've heard it a couple times, where the guy fell in love with the girl, he was her doctor, then he paid to have her grave, like a really big grave where you can like walk into it, and he had the key to the grave, so her family, the girl's family, couldn't even go visit her, but he could visit her because he was the only one with the key. Eventually he took her body and did all that weirdness with her. So, you know, taxidermy is pretty hard. And yeah, things don't look right if you don't know how to build a bone structure back. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I brought up the girl's corpse, but I know taxidermy is hard, and for his first run, they look really good. Hank and the guys are weirded out, which, fair, so they leave and they tell Dale to get rid of those things, and to sanitize the cooler he has them resting on.
Dale, we're going to take a 2-minute walk. When we come back, I want those things gone and the cooler sanitized.
Before he can do anything, though, Peggy comes out and starts to show interest in the little corpses.
Did you make this, Dale?
I already know it's horrible.
No, I like it. It just seems like it needs more oomph.
Okay, Peggy and Dale episode. Those are usually pretty fun. I don't see them together too often. Do you remember the one where they fake their deaths? Yeah, those two kind of get crazy when they're together.
Hey, I've got a crow defrosting. Like to take a crack at him?
Lead the way.
What the hell are they gonna do with that crow? Hank is working on something in the garage,
Caleb,
and
I didn't know
in
you were
comes
there. I'm
Caleb.
building a shelf for
Let's
my
see what
paint
happens
can.
next.
Thanks for it. Now listen, son, this is a workplace, not a playground, okay? If you want me to teach you how to use that saw properly, I'd be more than happy to show you.
Wow, that's really nice of Hank. Do you know how hard it is to get someone to teach you something like that nowadays?
Now, Caleb, when sawing wood...
That little POS. He did that on purpose. Look at those evil eyes. You know that kid is going to rip the eyes out of animals when he gets older.
No, Caleb, you need to dab. You're smearing. You've got to lift the towel. You know what, Caleb? Just forget it. I'm going to tackle this mess by myself, okay?
Okay, I don't think I'd crack in this situation because even though I know he did it on purpose because I watched the episode, if it was me in real life, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. I'd assume that the kid did it on accident because he's a little kid. How's he going to know how to clean up things properly? Fine. Or, I know this is not it, but when I was younger, I would purposely do things wrong or struggle to do something so my dad would eventually go, you know what? Go away, play your video games, and let me work on it and get this thing done. It's, I know, not that, but it gives me the same vibe. I forgot what it's called, but people do that. We're like, oh, I'm having a hard time with this. Can you do it? And they'll do it because they like doing things. I forgot what it's called.
Hello, Caleb.
Did you see that? Hank, a grown-ass man, has to, ignore him, get distance from this little monster because of what he's going to do. His hands are tied. He's an adult. He can't beat the crap out of the child. They're gonna call the cops on him, which is another reason I hate this episode. There's not much Hank can do.
Call me C.
Okay, C unit.
Unit. Remember that? Remember back in the day? Yeah, I'm old. And here it is, the part of the episode that a lot of people remember. What the hell kind of insult is that? Dusty old bones full of green dust? Still, I wouldn't let it get to me, but God, I hate this kid.
Now you need a nickname. I got it. Dusty old bones. yeah.
This has nothing really to do with the story of this episode. I just wanted to put this part in because Dale had taxidermied a raccoon on his shoulder and he's using it as a pouch.
Sounds like a pretty crappy one to me, considering how much he's got to work with.
Do raccoons even have pouches? Is that a raccoon? Is that a opossum? What the hell is that? Whatever, it has a pouch and he's using it as a cigarette holder. I just thought it was a funny image, and I wanted to leave it in.
I mean, Dale has a dead possum on his shoulder, and Caleb completely ignored it.
Oh, it is a possum. Well, an opossum. And why does a mama possum let the baby ride on her back instead of in the pouch?
Got it.
What the... Caleb, get back here!
Sorry. Oh yeah, that pissed me off. Don't knock the drink out of my hand, you little shit. I would have gone to his parents and been like, hey, you're buying me back a bear at least. And watch your frickin' child. But still, this wouldn't push me over the edge. I'd be really pissed though.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Peggy, you're the Hemingway of the taxidermy diorama.
Oh, thanks.
Holy hell. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Dale is really good at that. Birds have got to be harder than mammals, right? Their bones they're hollow. He's probably not using the bones of the bird, but still, that's got to be hard. Any taxidermists watching? Let me know if it's challenging to do that. Peggy and
That's
Dale
good.
think they're good enough that they can enter a competition, so they head over to Al's hunting supply store to sign up.
Is that your entry?
You, sir, are looking at first place.
That's gonna be first place, huh? Before you sign up, why don't you two take a look at last year's winner?
Man.
Holy crap, that's a whole ass bear. How long does it take to taxidermy a bear? That has to be months, right? To get that thing looking that good? How do you even beat a bear? Another bear? With what? A bigger bear? An elephant? Do you have to taxidermy an elephant? Yeah, Peggy and Dale don't stand a chance with a bunch of crappy squirrels and a crow.
So anyway, yeah, why don't they put Dale Earnhardt on a stamp? I mean, he won 7 Winston Cup.
Not yet. He still wouldn't get me yet, but goddamn, I would despise this kid and his entire family. Hank has finally had enough and decides to go have a talk with the child's family. And it goes as about as well as you would expect.
I want to talk to you about Caleb. He's been kind of teasing me.
Oh, teasing's just his way of showing how much he likes you.
Yeah, actually, it's more than just teasing. It's more like harassing.
That's just his way of testing you. You know how kids are. He's just so smart.
You could see why the kid is this way. You can tell he's had no discipline in his life. He's never heard the word no. And a child needs discipline in their life. I know if I didn't grow up getting my butt whooped, I would have turned into a sack of crap. And yeah, I absolutely believe in beating your kid. Not an insane amount. Not for any little thing. It's like when they mess up catastrophically. Like when I destroyed all the porcelain clowns in my mother's bathroom because I despised going to the bathroom with creepy porcelain clowns looking at me. I got my butt whooped, but fair. It was worth it because dropping a deuce while terrified is not fun.
Hey, Peggy.
Oh, good, you're back.
What the hell is she doing?
So you know how there's never anything big and dead around when you need it?
3 groundhogs and what the hell is that?
Half a groundhog.
We can work with that. Just make it look like there was a crime scene and the 2 groundhogs are trying to solve the murder of the half-eaten groundhog. Yeah, that could probably be a bear, right? I swear, Hank is way too nice of a guy. He's still having his welcome to the neighborhood barbecue, even after they refuse to discipline their rude child.
Where are your parents anyway?
Give me that hat, old man.
What are you... Lila, Jim.
Got it.
Dang it, Caleb, give me back my hat.
Seriously, nobody has Hank's back. I know even if they can't see him or they're not paying attention because they're talking amongst themselves, they can hear Hank talk to the child, seeing how rude he's being. This is one of the reasons I dislike this episode. No one's going to help Hank.
Keep away.
Can you believe that kid?
Get away!
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing, Bill?
Sorry, Hank. I just got all caught up.
God damn it, Bill.
Oh,
look, Lila. Caleb wrote another one of his songs.
Dusty old bones full of green dust.
I know you can't swing on the child, but it would take all I had not to swing on that father. Look at that face. That punchable face. Look at that, man. You can't see how good of a neighbor Hank is? He even made a sign for you guys. Or you probably bought that sign, but still. I don't think many neighbors do that. I don't know the names of anybody around me. Where am I?
Dance, old man, dance.
Wow, I haven't seen these in a long time. I remember buying these from the swap meet. And man, I really want to slap that child in the face.
You are way out of line, young man.
You don't fuck with Hank's lawn. I'm amazed Hank didn't put that child to the ground yet. Nobody would blame him. Everybody knows Hank's lawn is his baby. While I don't care about my front lawn personally, I know if some little shit destroys something I loved, yeah, I'd be out for blood. Look at that disgusting little piece of shit's face. Dear Lord, give me strength. I want to punch him. Just punch him and not stop punching him. Hank
you'll get
finally
this
does
back.
what his parents should have done in the first place and discipline their child by taking his bike. Which I am happy for Hank finally standing up for himself and disciplining this little fucking bastard. But technically, that's stealing. And it looks bad when an adult who's not the child's parent takes it from him. While I'm with Hank, he's in the wrong here, sadly, and it's gonna come back to bite him in the butt.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, there it is. They called the cops.
There it is, officers. Not a scratch on it. Here you go, Caleb.
And he liked you so much.
Oh, fuck off. And just like Miss Wakefield, here's the part where everyone shames Hank. They act like they don't know this man. You think Hank Hill would mistreat a child just for the hell of it? Hank is a good dude. These people know Hank. Some have known him for years. They know Hank's character. It's things like this that annoy me about this episode, because I'm fine with the cops being jerks, because they don't know Hank, but these are his friends. That's why it feels so weird and out of place. I can't stand it. Oh my god, this little fucking fuck shit. Hank is so defeated that he doesn't even want to leave the house. But this little demon, this little undisciplined sack of crap, look at what he does.
What, old man?
Did you see that?
You know,
That's
it's a
property damage.
felony
Now
to
Hank
use
has
a
to go
mail
buy a
slot
door,
or anything
which
other
doors
than mail.
ain't cheap. I would have made sure his parents bought me back a door and paid me for any damages that little shit did. It would have been harder to prove back in the day, because every phone didn't have a camera, but people didn't have Ring doorbells or anything like that. But nowadays, yeah, I would have gotten my camera no problem. But look at this, he's costing them money here now.
Hey, how would you guys like to make $5? All you have to do is put a little scare into a pesky 10-year-old.
I'll do that, Sheriff.
If you can give us a ride to the gas station, we'll take care of the rest.
Just make sure his alarm system at his house is turned off.
I don't know. I like these guys. I still let them do it.
Yep.
Yep.
God damn, Hank can't even enjoy a bear in the alley anymore. It's gotten that bad.
Well, someone needs to put him in his place. Too bad we're not little people. Then it would be a fair fight.
I don't think that's true. Little people are still adults, so I'm pretty sure they'd still get in trouble. But Hank finally comes up with an idea. He has to fight fire with fire, and that's when Hank has to bring in the big guns. Bobby.
Look, I hate to ask you to fight my battles for me, son, but I have no other choice. Will you do it?
I can see that you really need my help, Dad. I just don't think I can do it. It seems so wrong.
And you know what? I love this part about the episode. Hank gives Bobby a lot of crap because he loves his son and he wants him to grow up to be a good person. So you get things like Hank saying, "That boy ain't right," and things like that. But not really, he's being raised well. Hank's telling him to be disrespectful and rude, and Bobby's like, "No, you didn't raise me that way." And just like that, it's a nice little thing where, yeah, Bobby's being raised by good parents. He's becoming a good person. We get to see it later on in the new season. So it's hard for him to do something like this because he's raised not to do this. I just thought that was nice.
I can do this. I can do this.
Finally, we can get some catharsis. Now begins Hank's revenge.
Holy, what's going on?
Snap, crackle, pop, pops.
Bobby, what are you doing? Hey, that's a good way to hurt someone.
There goes your basket.
Hey,
Cut that out, Bobby.
Keep away.
Oh, that felt so good. Yeah, it fucking sucks when it's happening to you, right? Yeah, you piece of shit. Look at that face. Look at that smile. You know he must be feeling good on the inside, baby.
Yep, Bobby's got a lot of spirit, all right.
Spirit, he spread trash all over our yard and viciously attacked Jim.
Okay, calm down. He just snatched a hat off his head. It wasn't some vicious attack. Don't you love that with crappy parents? When it's happening to them, it's vicious. But when it's their beautiful, bouncing baby, little baby angel, he's just gifted. And he's just expressing himself.
Bobby is just a troublemaker. Caleb has a precocious sense of adventure. He's expressive. He goes to the gifted magnet school.
Man, shut up. That kid's probably gonna start stealing money out of your purse when he gets older.
What you got in the squirt gun, son?
That's for me to know and Jim and Lila to find out.
Do it, Bobby. Blast them. Just make sure Hank's out of the way. What do you think is in there? I originally thought it was piss, but it's too brown to be that. I'm guessing maybe sewage water.
Caleb, please don't ride your bike on Mr. Hill's lawn.
You mean dusty old bones? Dusty old bones full of green dust. Dusty old bones full of green dust.
I mean it, son. Get off the grass.
Finally, he grows a pair and actually disciplines his child. And look at that, he listened. I'm glad he's not too old where you can still raise him to not be a giant sack of crap. And that's the end of the A plot. We'll wrap up B plot, and I'll talk a little bit at the end.
Voila! The signing of the Declaration of Independence.
I actually think that's quite impressive. That's a lot of little squirrels to pose and make clothing for. And the kite's gonna do something? I don't know if it beats the bear, but that's impressive.
You're gonna love this. Watch what happens when Ben Franklin's kite gets hit by lightning. For that, I sincerely apologize. And that, too.
Oh shit. I guess that's the way the episode ends, cooking those poor little squirrels' corpses. Hey, that was the end of the episode, but let's talk a little bit. I remember taking a look at the Reddit for this episode, and there was one comment where, well, there's a couple comments I liked, like, just blast the kid, but you know you can't do that. That would be wrong, but still I get why you would say that. Or what would Cotton do in this situation? I kind of would have loved to have seen that, seen what Cotton would have done in this situation, because he probably would have beaten Caleb's ass and gotten away with it because he's freaking Cotton. But there was one I wanted to talk about. He said something like, in the end, the kid won because Hank had to stoop to his level. And I kind of agree. But what could Hank have done in this situation? I mean, I guess record the kid? No one's gonna No one's gonna back Hank up because, well, it's a kid, you know, bullying an adult. So that's, you know, ha 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 funny. I honestly don't know what Hank could have done in this situation other than recording the kid like they said. I know they have cameras. Dale definitely does have cameras. He could have done it with that. Maybe have Dale hide with the cameras and get the shots. Then again, they can go, hey, why are you recording my son, you weirdo? So I just don't see a way for Hank to get out of the situation without using Bobby. But what if he didn't have Bobby? He'd be screwed. I don't know. What do you think? What could have been done differently in this episode? Because I really don't see another way out of this. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching to the end. That was the second worst episode of King of the Hill. There's another couple episodes that I can't stand. I guess I wouldn't say I can't stand them, but they're not my favorite. But the Wakefield one and this one are the two episodes that I always skip. You know what comes to mind? It's the one where Bill starts power tripping when there's a flood in Arlen. Or I know Hank has to do something with the dam, it's been a while. Maybe that episode next or something else. Thank you for watching. I have been Velvet.